Okay. We are live, but I have to tell you guys. Are you guys with me? Are you with me? Can you hear me, by the way? Does this microphone work? There's one thumbs up, so it looks like someone is in here with me. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for you guys. Oh, wait. Was that a comment? Who was that? Hold on. Now let me join my own live stream. Wait. This is like never easy. Okay, there's two people in here. Yay! You do. You hear me. You can see me. Okay, yay. Sound is good. Okay, I have this little lapel microphone on. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. Guess what? I just decided that we're gonna bake something. And sorry the lighting is not the best because the light is coming through those windows and they're kind of behind me. But this is just like what we've got. This is what we're working with. This must be YouTube Inception. Yeah. All right. So what we're gonna do is, because I was like, well, we might be on here for a while. I don't know. Like, I'm hoping 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. I don't know, but I was thinking that I wanted to make this. I don't know if you guys know that I don't do gluten and dairy. So I wanted to make this pumpkin pie. I don't even like pumpkin pie. I actually hate pumpkin pie. But I wanted to let me know if ever anything stops working with this, by the way. Oh, it just kicked me out of the live stream, so that's cool. I hope this is gonna work. Anyways, I don't even like pumpkin pie, but I was like, I found this recipe for a gluten-free, dairy-free one. I was like, oh, we're gonna bake it while we talk about dopamine. So that is what we are doing. And you guys can let me know if you have any comments or questions at any time. I'm hoping. I was just making sure I could, like, my computer is such a piece of garbage. It's just like spinning, trying to join the live stream. This is where I'm seeing all the comments and stuff. And it just like wants to be a piece of crap, apparently. So, anyways, okay. So, first things first. Actually, the first thing first is I got to preheat my oven. So, hold on. Okay, I did it. Okay. So, about what I want to talk about today is dopamine, because I have noticed. Am I vegan? No, I'm not vegan. I eat eggs and I do eat meat. But it's like a long story, you guys. It's kind of complicated. An hour and a half of you is a bad way to address dopamine issues. Why? Wait, why? I don't get it. You guys, I'm also really slow with jokes. So like I often don't get jokes. I think I'm on the spectrum. So I sometimes I'm like, what? I don't get it. But anyways, no, I'm not. I'm actually working with a coach right now to heal my gut so that I can tolerate more foods. And like just heal a bunch of stuff with hormones and stuff. But saying you're a source of dopamine. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's a compliment. Okay. That's funny. Thank you. But what I have noticed, you guys, is that I eat a very high fruit diet. Okay. So I'm like was fruitarian for a long time. I know I've talked about it, and I still eat multiple pounds of fruit. What I have noticed, and I noticed when I was in Europe last month, was that I think, and whenever I've always joked about being addicted to sugar, like I'm a sugar addict, whatever, ha ha ha, because I love sugar and I eat tons of fruit and I love it. But what I'm realizing is like I think I'm actually physiologically addicted to, yes, butyrate and glutamine. I know. I'm familiar, and I've used both of these things with practitioners before, but my gut still is like, it is a complex situation. Like my body basically only wants sugar, and not like really refined sugar. However, I'll get into it. It really wants like the fruit sugar, but it has to be super, super sweet. And that's what I've realized is when I was in Europe, I wasn't able to get really, really good, like sweet fruit all the time. And I was noticing my body, I was like going into withdrawals, but I didn't even realize it until now. I think that's what was going on. I was thinking I don't have enough calories. Like there's literally not enough calories in this fruit because it's not sugary enough. It's not like sweet enough. So I was eating more, and I was walking so much. I was walking. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying like I definitely am on the spectrum, because this happens to me all the time. And then my sister's made fun of me about it my whole life, because I'm just like, she's like, do you get it? Like, because I'm always like, what? I'm always like, what? I just don't get it. But that was funny, Raj. I don't get it. So what I noticed was I wasn't getting enough calories. That's what I felt like. And so then I found myself, I was walking, that's what I said, I was walking a lot, like sometimes 38,000 steps in a day. I was just walking all day everywhere. And it was awesome. But I was like ravenously hungry constantly. I got to the point where I was eating 4,600 calories a day, and I was losing weight. I couldn't keep my body weight on. I felt like I was withering away, and I was just like needing calories. And I started to then find cafes that had like gluten-free, dairy-free pastries. So then I'm eating that, and I'm like getting all the sugar, and I'm eating like thousands of calories worth of pastries a day. I'm not gaining weight, and I'm just like, oh my God, I feel like I need the sugar. But in my mind, I was like, I just need the calories. Now that I'm working with this coach, and she's kind of having me, she's like, it's okay that you're having fruit. Like, I know that that's what your body right now is running on, like glucose like that. It needs that like quick acting, fuel. We need to get, because I don't digest protein and fat well. So even though I eat meat, I barely can, I like get constipated, and like my digestion gets all fucked up. You guys, I'm just going to tell you more information that you want to know right now. It gets like, my bowel movements will be like so disgusting when I eat too much like meat and fats. I don't digest them. There's like oily film on the liquid in the toilet. It's like sticky. It's disgusting. They smell like shit. I get such bad gas that I'm like, oh my God. Like if I was around people a lot, which I'm not really, I'm like, oh my God, like this is insane. When I'm eating a ton of fruit, I never have gas, ever. My bowel movements don't smell. They're not sticky. You wipe, you barely have anything on the toilet paper. It's like so clean. It's so wonderful. So anyways, but I know that I think my hormones are like suffering, because like my sex hormones are super. Yes, that is it. Mechanics and carpentry. I am not producing enough bile. Exactly. That's what I've been told by so many people. And that's like what we're trying to do. And fruit is definitely, see, here's the thing though, my blood sugar, yeah, I should measure it when I think it's dipping, because you're right. It could just, that's how I would know, right? If it's actually low blood sugar, or if it's actually like that I make addicted to sugar. I haven't measured it at that time. But my blood sugars in general are very good. My triglycerides are like spectacular. My coach told me, she's like, I could not ask for better triglycerides, better blood sugar. Like it's always in the like upper 70s, low 80s. My blood sugar, like very good. Insulin is 5. Like everything's all good with that. But my sex hormones are super low. I think it's because I eat a very, very low fat diet and not a lot of protein. And then like my cholesterol, my LDL is always very high and my total is always pretty freaking high. It's weird because I eat, like almost fruitarian. Like I eat oats in the morning with blueberry jam on them and a banana. And then I have fruit throughout the day, like all through the day. Then I might have a couple soft boiled eggs. And then like I'll go through phases where maybe I'm having like a chicken sausage or a half of a chicken sausage and like veggies, cooked veggies, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just having fruit, like, so anyways, that's that. Fasting improves gut health. Yeah. I don't know about that. The high LDL, no. And that's what's really weird. And I even did the test, the particle size test, where you really, because a lot of people will say like LDL is not actually bad, but it depends on the particle size because of how it travels through the bloodstream or whatever. And I even did the particle size test. I have not had anyone interpret the results yet though. So really, Marcus Rothkranz? I've done parasite cleanses though. That's the thing. And it didn't do anything, but I am going to look into that. But I know that you're right that that often does contribute to the like constant craving of sugar. I just felt like it's because I have trained my body to run on. Do you know that I know Freely the banana girl? I met her because I was a fruitarian for so long and I went to Woodstock Fruit Festival and I met like her and Durian Rider and like whatever, all the fruit people, the famous like fruit raw people were there. Anyways, Ted Carr, fruitarian. He's the fruitarian on Instagram. But yeah, this is what I'm saying is like people are blown away. This is why I'm such a unique case. And I told my coach, I'm like, dude, I know everybody says that like my issues are so like different and unique, but it's like, it is very unique because people don't understand the fruitarian diet. People just think they have these beliefs about what sugar should do to your blood glucose and to your insulin and to your hemoglobin A1C and your triglycerides and stuff. And it's not true. Like I know so many fruitarians that are like extremely healthy on that diet and manage their blood sugars super well. Like for example, a lot of diabetics, even type 1 diabetics, Robbie the diabetic, I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Anyways, he's a famous like type 1 diabetic that is a fruitarian and has been managing his type 1 diabetes as a fruitarian for like over 15 years because I met him and he was doing it back then, like a long time ago in 2013, 2012. So anyways, and then obviously people are reversing type 2 diabetes on a fruitarian diet all the time. So, by the way, I'm supposed to be baking. Okay, let's do it. Let's bake. But I kind of want to talk about this first. Maybe, I don't know if we're going to, we do need to bake, but, let me get a bowl. I'll start the process. Okay, here's a bowl. Good. There's another bowl. I probably need another bowl. Great. 66-hour fast. Wow, that's great. Good for you. Yeah, that's like 2.5 days. I've done I know, Aid, I know you are like the sorry guys, the pro with that, with the animal-based lifestyle, right? Yeah, the fruitarian diet, I will tell you, like, I've said it before. It's incredible. Like, she used to smack Durian Rider on camera. Yeah, they had a very toxic relationship. I'll just say that. Anyways, so what I've noticed is I noticed in Europe when I wasn't getting sweet fruit, I was like, oh fuck, like I need more sugar. So I was getting these sweets. Then I got back here and we have better fruit here. But now that it's starting to get colder, I know I'm in Arizona, but still you don't get like really good sweet fruits in the winter. It's like apples are in season. I don't like apples. They're pretty low calorie and like low sugar fruits. So it's very hard for me to satisfy the needs that I feel like I have. I can only eat so many bananas. Like I have been eating way more bananas. I noticed myself just unconsciously doing it. I'm not even like, deciding it. My body is like just all of a sudden, I always only have a banana with my breakfast because I have it with my oatmeal. But then I slowly start to notice myself having 4 or 5 bananas in a day, like because I'm choosing those over apples and like less sweet fruits. So the problem is like I get bored with that. And so now I'm starting to buy candies. You guys should see. I have this drawer. It is full. Do you want to see? I'm going to show you. Candy. And you guys, I eat a bunch of this candy every night, like for the past like week or so. Like now it's getting colder and I'm like not even, and I was like, dude, I need freaking calories. So I have like these, it's all like organic, whatever. Justin's, almond butter, cashew butter cups, Justin's dark chocolate peanut butter candy pieces. I literally will eat. I just threw away a bag. It was like a bag this size of sun butter cups. I ate the whole bag last night. And the thing is, it's not like emotional eating. It's not like that at all. I'm literally doing it. I'm feeling like I need the calories. I need the sugar. I don't know what it is. If it's calories or sugar, I think now that I am just addicted to the sugar. But the thing is, I don't gain weight. So that's why I'm like, I feel like I need the calories. Like, because I'm like, if it were just emotional eating and I didn't actually need the fuel, I would put on weight, but I'm not. And I'm eating like, I'll come home in the evening and that's when almost like because I'm like fine eating fruit throughout the day. I just eat like a lot of fruit and my eggs and whatever. Then I'll get home and it's almost like my appetite catches up to me. And it's like, you need more fuel. And so that's when I'll just eat like 1,000 calories worth of candy. And I'm like, this is actually kind of fun because like, I'm not gaining weight and I can just, and then I have these Giggles candy, like they're like Skittles, but like organic, whatever. Maple flavored vegan marshmallows. I just eat these out of the bag, just like they're so good. Mini chocolate chips. Anyways, like this is my life right now. And it's like, it's got to stop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know if it has to stop. I kind of like it, but whatever. But I feel like for my health, like I want my hormones to be like good. I want my gut to be good. I want to be able to be metabolically flexible because right now I'm not. I run on carbs. And I want to be flexible. So that is why I'm working with this coach and she has me on different supplements with the brand. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but they sent me this tumbler with the supplements, New Ethics. And that is like and by the way, these are electrolytes. I've started drinking electrolytes because she told me to. And there's Redmond's Real Salt in here. And I've been adding trace minerals. By the way, I've done a lot of this kind of stuff before. Just FYI, this is not my first rodeo. You're in ketosis now. See, I'm jealous. Yeah, you guys know all about it. I love it. I love it. You're still selling watermelon in New York or not New York City, North Carolina. You're in North Carolina. I used to live in Chapel Hill and I did my yoga teacher training in Asheville at Asheville Yoga Center in 2014. Organic Skittles. What? Yeah, I know. Well, they're like Skittles. They're actually very good. Do you have a Sprouts where you live? Where do you live? I know Sprouts is only in like the Southwest. They have them at Sprouts. The whole calories in is completely wrong. Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. It's what your body does with the food. Yeah, totally. Yes, we need nutrition. Not calories. Organic Skittles sounds like an oxymoron. Daily requirement of carbs in humans is 0. See, I don't really agree with that about the I know we don't see eye to eye necessarily. I think carbs are, I understand that people say like, you don't need them, whatever. I think that to be healthy, we need carbs. If you guys have heard of Joel Green, maybe look him up on Instagram. I don't know. I actually really like his philosophy on food and stuff because it really incorporates like what we did historically where it was like feast and famine. And there was a lot of fasting and ketosis, but then when like stuff is available and like a lot of, fruits and like berries and whatever, and we would eat certain things together. So it's like, there's a reason why you eat like why you should combine berries with nuts, because like that, those are foods that you would naturally eat together when you were foraging, when you didn't have like a animal that you had killed or whatever. And then naturally when you do, you would feast and you would eat more, and it would be more animal proteins and fats, and you're not going to be eating like really, tubers and like that kind of stuff with that, because you wouldn't do that, because that's not preferential. Like if you had the animal, you're eating that. And so that's when you go into ketosis and then whatever. And then you go back into foraging, and that's when you're eating roots and tubers and leaves and this and that. Anyways, it makes a lot of sense. He just like takes into account circadian rhythm and like seasonality and time and everything. It's very cool. But so this is where this whole thing for me came from, with like, because she's just telling me we need to like slowly start to like decrease the amount of carbs and increase the amount of other stuff. And she told me another thing I need to do. You guys are familiar that we digest food when we're in parasympathetic, right? Obviously, nervous system. So, and a lot of times people that have gut issues, they are in like sympathetic overdrive kind of thing. And so she's telling me I need to also be present when I'm eating and not be on screens and like not be distracted. And also just in general, like less distraction. She's like, your dopamine kind of circuitry is probably a little bit fucked up. I'm someone who's always consuming information. I'm like always listening to podcasts in the background of like everything that I'm doing all the time. Not so much music, really, only music at the gym. Sorry to burp. But always listening to stuff and always consuming information. And I don't sit and meditate. And I did years ago. And like when I was into yoga, I was doing all that. And I just like haven't. And I've noticed myself, this is very interesting, as we've been trying to get me to eat a little bit less like fruit, even though I'm still eating a ton of fruit. I still have like 250 grams of carbs from fruit every day. And that's low for me. I was like 350 to 500 before. And, but I noticed myself starting to scroll more, like literally like doom scrolling type thing. And like, just like scrolling and in my head wanting to stop and literally like physically kind of feeling like I couldn't and I was getting nothing from it. And I'm just like, but I'm going to keep going until I get something, right? It's like the rat on the wheel or whatever. And like in the rat park kind of, or whatever. No, not rat park. That's a different study, but you know what I mean? The one where they're going and like you just keep going and keep hitting the thing to try to get the drug or the sugar water or the cocaine or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like this is a little bit out of control. Like I need to oh, bye Blobstone. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Hopefully, I'm sorry we didn't really get to a lot of information, but you can watch the replay if you want, like the rest of the replay. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, ciao. Exactly, Raj. This is what I'm saying. Like, I get it where it's like, okay, the daily requirement is 0, but like, dude, if you're a really active person and you lift, I'm sorry. If you are like lifting heavy in the gym and if you are trail running, like I used to be a big trail runner and now I'm a lifter, like I'm sorry, you need carbs. I just like don't know how anybody can argue performance is so much better in carbs. Like it's insane. Like they're amazing. Check out the 9-mile marathoner program. The thing is I know there are people who are like keto and in ketosis and like doing all that kind of stuff. I just do think it's a balance. I actually do think that we're meant to do both, that we're meant to run on both. That's what I think. And I have heard of Chris Palmer's book, Brain Energy, but I didn't read it. Change your diet, change your mind. I haven't heard of that one. But yeah, so she was telling me that I need to start meditating. And I like argued with her kind of. I'm like, do I like for real? And I was like, can I listen to some music? Then she sent me a list of like a dopamine detox kind of like subliminal music playlist thing that she found from some doctor online. And I was like, can I listen to that while I'm doing the meditation? I'm like so resistant to just the silence. And so I was like, can I at least listen to that music? And she's like, I mean, for now, yes, but like eventually I'd want you to be able to just do silence just for 10 minutes a day, 10 to 20 minutes. And I'm like resisting it. Like, I don't want to do it. So I was like, you know what? I need to do it. I actually need to do it because this is out of control. And then I just started thinking about my sugar too. And I'm like, dude, am I like a dopamine junkie? And I don't even know it, like for real. So this is where this is coming from and like why I want to do it. And I listened to the episode again. I had already seen it, but you know the episode on Diary of a CEO with Anna Lemke, Dr. Anna Lemke, who wrote Dopamine Nation. And so she talks about a lot of stuff. And I'm actually gonna go to now my like notes that I kind of had for the video. But you guys, should I start like actually doing something with this recipe? You guys are probably like, I don't give a fuck about your recipe, Caitlin. In a bowl, combine the flour. By the way, it's gluten-free baking flour. The coconut oil, the maple syrup, cinnamon salt. Maple syrup, which by the way, from Wisconsin, from my mom's friend's house, and they like, I think their property, and they bottle it. Pure Wisconsin maple syrup. It's very good. I like fucking drank this morning with my oatmeal. It's so good. Like I'm telling you guys, I literally, you could just fucking stick IVs in me and pump this into my veins, and I would be happy as a clam. Cinnamon. Okay. Let's actually start doing something. Flour, coconut oil. Oh, I have to melt the coconut oil. Okay. Is this like a bad idea to be trying to 1 3/4 of a cup to be trying to do this? Okay. 1 3/4 of a cup of this and then a 1/4 cup of oil. Okay, I'll remember that. Now back to what we're talking about. So she talks about, okay, so dopamine is like, a lot of people say it's like the, reward, but it's what it actually is like our, and by the way, I measure as in weigh everything. So I'm gotta do that. What does she say? Okay, so she's saying it's not just what makes us feel pleasure, it's what drives us to take action, obviously, right? So it's like our motivation. Like she says like you don't want to like, it's not like you want to detox from dopamine. You don't want to not have dopamine. That's not what you're doing. And we need dopamine, right? It's like we actually need it. Okay, you guys, I am like, you guys are gonna hate me by the end of this because of how much I'm just like a scatterbrain and I have to like go back and forth to a bunch of different freaking like things. Okay, but what else does she say? So she talks about the study that where they put rats that were engineered to lack dopamine, and she said like they wouldn't even move to get food that was placed just like a short distance away if they didn't have dopamine. They would rather like starve literally to death. So she's saying like without dopamine, even our essential survival impulses fail. So it's like we need dopamine. It's fundamental to survival for like seeking food, seeking shelter, safety, to progress, like all this stuff. It's not just like these like kind of like shallow desires and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So okay, now this. But she says, okay, she describes the brain's reward pathway is the same brain. Okay, she says the same brain areas that process pleasure also process pain. Obviously, I think you guys already know that. And so the brain is always trying to keep a balance between pleasure and pain, homeostasis, right? And when you give your brain a large dose of pleasure via a drug or like a hyper stimulating substance like sugar. So I'm going to be talking about it probably a lot in terms of sugar because that's like my thing that I'm like, whatever, dealing with. But it can be anything, right? It can be like sex, porn, shopping, like just eating in general, drugs, obviously, scrolling, video games, like all that kind of stuff. Anything that we kind of just use as like as distractions and like things to numb ourselves. That all counts, right? Okay. Now, sorry guys, I'm like keeping notes of my recipe amounts while I'm doing this, so I'm very sorry. Okay, so she says when you give your brain large amounts, it's going to compensate. So your dopamine receptors will down regulate. So like this, maybe you guys already know like what's happening, but I didn't exactly like know what was happening, but it's that like the receptors become less sensitive because it's like, holy shit, like you're giving us so much dopamine, these huge spikes. And it's like, whoa, like we don't, whoa, it's too much. So they get less sensitive to the dopamine because they're getting so much dopamine. So the problem is then when you try to remove the behavior or whatever, you start to feel less satisfaction, right? And less pleasure from things because you have trained your receptors to like down regulate and become less sensitive. So you need to like increase their sensitivity again. So that's what, by doing a dopamine detox, we're not actually detoxing dopamine or fasting from dopamine or anything, but we're just like resetting the receptors. And that's what she talks about. Is like, you're not actually changing the levels of dopamine. You're not increasing or decreasing dopamine when you like by like fasting and doing all you're doing is changing the receptivity, the sensitivity of the receptors. So that's what we want to do. So and then this compensation, yeah, okay, so eventually dopamine releases have a diminished effect. That compensation leads to cravings, tolerance, and sometimes addiction. I think, yeah, in short, like the more that you're indulging in the thing, the less satisfaction you get. You need more intensity, more frequency to feel the same. It's just like with porn, you know, guys, how it is. I mean, I don't actually. By the way, fun fact, did I tell you guys this? I've never watched porn before, but anyways, I know that like people get to the point where it's like they're wanting more and more, like risky kind of like behavior and more like aggressive behavior in porn. And so just like you become desensitized. It's like the same thing happens with video games and the killing and the whatever, all that shit. I need to see what you guys are saying, by the way, because I'm not even in the chat. Oh, Raj is a runner. You guys are hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Aid, please. Can we get all you guys stop arguing? It's Thanksgiving. Oh my God. You lived in La Crosse, Wisconsin back in the 80s. Really? I'm from Milwaukee. Or well, Wauwatosa actually, but yeah, the dopamine thing. I know. And this is the other thing that Anna Lemke says. You can't even listen to music. So here's the thing that I want to talk to you guys about. Yeah, because I'm not stepping away from YouTube. That's the thing. Mechanics and carpentry. Like I'm definitely doing a modified one. And I realize that. I understand like I'm not doing a full one. Like I get it. Happy Thanksgiving, Burton. 30 days. That's what I want to do. C8. I know you're like really intense with zero screen. That would be amazing. If I could do that, I would. And I could do it, but I'm not going to do it. Especially because I actually have a plan to do a video every day for the month of December. So that's going to be fun. So by the way, stick around for that. That is going to be fun. And I do intend to do it. And I was like kind of thinking, I was like, it'll keep me busy and occupied. Like while I'm, like I'll be able to have something to do, like filming videos and editing and stuff while I'm not on my on like social media and stuff. So I will still have access to screens the way that I'm going to do it, but I am not going to be on, like I'm not doing social media. I don't consider YouTube social media. But by the way, I'm only going to be on YouTube like doing I'm not going to just be like mindlessly watching YouTube shorts and stuff like that. I'm not going to be on Instagram at all. Nothing. No stories, no nothing. No Facebook, which I don't go on. And then I'm going to YouTube just posts my videos and stuff. And I am going to allow myself to listen to some very specific meditation based and manifestation based content because I'm like programming my brain with some things. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to be very intentional about it. I'm not just going to always like have stuff going in the background. I'm going to have silence. I am going to listen to music. At the gym, I have to listen to music. I'm sorry, because they already have horrendous music on blasting in there, and I can't stand it. And like, I don't like hearing other people grunting and whatever. I need to have that drowned out when I'm like lifting at the gym. So I am going to have that. And yes, I partied a lot in Madtown too because I went to the University of Wisconsin. So yeah, it was a fucking shit show. Let me tell you. I honestly barely remember college. I'm not even gonna lie. It was fun from what I remember, but, yeah, so, that's my plan. And I will have time to, and I already walk a lot, I'm going to walk, more in silence. I do walk a lot in silence already. And sometimes I'll listen to like something on YouTube, like a manifestation based kind of conversation or an interview or something. And for me, it's the sugar is going to be like a really big thing. So I think that, yes, I think you can go balls to the wall and do it all. If you want, do it all, or do the things that are a challenge for you. For me, sugar is like a big thing, and so, I'm trying to like help like shift my diet and stuff. So I know that I need to do that. So, yeah, so that's kind of my plan. I was wondering like if there are other things that you got, like, see, like you said, you cut back a little bit smoking weed. Like weed is like horrible. That's what Anna Lemke says in it. Stephen Bartlett asked her, is weed addictive? And she was like, yes. Like people are so dumb that think that weed is not addictive. First of all, you don't understand how addictive a behavior can be. If you know that like porn is addictive, and like binge eating and sex and shopping, like then how can smoking weed not be addictive? And you're like, weed's not addictive. Okay, cool. If the substance itself is not like physiologically addictive in the same way that like nicotine is, but it is addictive. Like that behavior is so highly addictive, and all you have to do is ask yourself, can you stop and not have like crazy withdrawal symptoms and not feel like absolute shit? And people will not stop smoking weed. Like I know people who are so freaking addicted to it and need it every day when they wake up, they need it at night, they need it all the time. It is such a crutch. They are so heavily addicted to it. So it's like, please do not. Oh, really? You're not addicted? Cool. Then just stop. Let's see how you feel. Like, please give me a freaking break. Anyways, let's continue. Okay, so, and Anna Lemke recommends 30-day abstinence period for whatever the substance or behavior is, because she says 2 weeks is not enough. So people do these like 7-day dopamine reset or whatever. They've done imaging studies and clinical practice. The brain's reward system is often still in a deficit at 2 weeks. So by 30 days, many people start to feel relief, regain clarity, and start imagining life without dependence. You must expect to feel worse before you feel better. Withdrawal symptoms, you're gonna have discomfort, cravings, emotional pain, la-di-da. So yeah, this is like, for me, gonna be the thing. For other people, it's like binge watching TV shows, even like compulsive work. I don't know, social media, video games, junk food, sugar. Those are like the common ones, right? What else? I mean, she talks about how important it is to like introduce challenging behaviors, but more like wholesome behaviors that still trigger dopamine without like overloading your like the pleasure. It's more like because you know how pleasure and pain, they're like the same, whatever, the same receptors. So this is like stimulating more, that you would rather stimulate the like pain side to like balance the scale almost, because we're so heavy on the pleasure side. So doing stuff like cold showers, ice baths, whatever. I'm not super big on those, especially as a female. I think like hormonally, I don't think it's like the best thing to do all the time. I don't necessarily, whatever. I have controversial beliefs about everything pretty much. So that's one of them. Fasting. She says like these are some of the things you can do that will trigger dopamine indirectly, more on the pain side, but like exercise, cold showers, ice baths, fasting, and just other physical stressors, like doing physical work, like harder work. And then she says, and then it's important, obviously, to engage in grounding, mindful, low stim behaviors, low stimulation, like walking, cooking, reading, reflecting, and creativity. I'm going to get a fucking coloring book. I'm going to get at least one coloring book. And just like try to find things to occupy myself that are not just like sitting around with my screen. Cause like I talked about in my last video, it's just like, it really becomes a thing that just, I don't know. It's like if you're not careful, like it just becomes a thing. Right. Especially in our culture. Like I noticed this when I was in Europe, I don't know. You just really feel like people are living a lot more like wholesome lives and more, it almost feels like you're going back in time. Like when I was in Eastern Europe and Central Europe, and it's just like people are more engaged in their lived experience and in the present moment. And they're like engaged with community, and they're just like doing like manual labor and physical labor and like just very present in their lives. And there's just not so much like hyper stimulation. There's not so much like consumerism, capitalism, like materialism. Just you're not being constantly like bombarded with all of that. And I just feel like that we have that here, and it is so damaging. It's so damaging that we've all become like comfortably numb, right? Like, you guys, where is that song from? Is that Pink Floyd? Can't become comfortably numb. I don't even know who sings that. But anyways, that is how we are. And like, God, they were talking about it fucking 50 years ago. But yeah, so my plan is to do that. I know you guys are gonna maybe be like, that's not a freaking you can't stop even for one day. Wait, hold on, let me read. Planet Fitness music song. Yeah, I go to a gym called EOS here in Arizona, and it is also not good. And aid, what you learned was that you didn't die and the world kept spinning. Yeah, I know. And I've done it because I've done like meditation retreats, before for like a week, 10 days. And so you don't have your phone or anything. And then you just come back and you're like, oh, all this stuff is just always going on, but it's kind of fucking boring. And like, you don't miss it. You actually don't miss it when you don't have it. And yeah, weed is so bad. Like, I can't even get into like the weed that everyone's smoking now too is like, people think like, oh, they're getting this really good weed because you get it from the dispensaries and it's like medical grade, this and that. I'm like, do you know how much shit they're spraying on that? And you have no idea what's being sprayed on it. They are controlling your mind. They are literally manipulating your mind and your brain, like your brain chemistry. You have no idea what's being sprayed, what kind of like fungicides, herbicides, pesticides, garbage bullshit is being sprayed on that weed that you're smoking. Like, kind of, it's probably all genetically modified trash. I would never. Anyway. Rapid onset psychosis. That's so scary. I cannot stop even for one day. Yeah, see, exactly. It's so bad. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, you guys find new tribe. It's so good. It's so okay to just like kind of go dark in your life and be really alone for a while until you find the right people too. Like you go through that period. Like you're going to go through that period. If you're changing your surroundings and like changing your tribe and the people that you're going to have a period. It's not like you're all of a sudden going to have this like new crew of people that you love and like want to hang out with, like just ready and waiting. And so then when you leave your old kind of group or whatever, they're not going to be there. It's like you are going to have to be alone for a while. Like It's okay. Pink Floyd. See, I was right. I'm impressed with myself because I normally am not good with stuff like that. Yeah, social interactions need to be studied some more, and they should educate us more properly. Yeah, our culture is so bad. Europe is so much better. I know I sound so like typical when I'm saying that, like Europe is so much better, but it's just true. Yes, GMO weed. I know. By the way, Aid, what are you talking about? What is this tribe worth joining? What are you talking about? Oh, it's going to be the carnivore tribe. They're talking about legalizing MDMA. Yeah. And you know what? It's like MAPS is awesome. And I think there's a lot of benefit to MDMA actually, but then I'm like, see, I don't want any of this stuff to be when it's legalized, then they're in control. You don't know who has getting their hands in it and tainting it with God knows what. Like, ugh. And then okay, coffee is another thing. Caffeine, like I don't drink caffeine actually since 2019. So what candle scent are we smelling? You guys, by the way, this candle right here, best fucking smelling candle I've ever smelled in my entire life. And I can't remember what the scent is. Fuck. Because the label, I had it on it. And I took it off the other day and I was like, I'll remember. I don't remember. Did I take a picture of the label? I thought I was going to. I can't remember, but it's the best in the world. I think the brand is Threshold, which I think is at Target, but I did not get it at Target. I think I got that thing at like Marshall's or somewhere like that. Anyways, it smells so good. These other ones are not. That's not scented. That's not scented. Anyway, but yeah, oh yeah. So caffeine would be another one, I think, for people. And you know what? When I looked up like a dopamine like reset on, ChatGPT design one for me, it was like, you're allowed to have like one coffee a morning. I was like, God, even ChatGPT won't even do like a hardcore reset. They're like, it's okay if you want to have one of your drugs of choice. Just 1 cup in the morning. Like, I'm like, wow, okay. But I don't drink caffeine, so that's not a problem. But I do have a decaf latte like almost every day. I haven't had one in like 5 days, and I'm trying like not to, but my routine is to go to my local coffee shop, and I love it there, and I love the people that work there. I'm like friends with them. It's just kind of my routine. I've been very busy this week though with like massage clients and stuff, so I haven't even had time to go to the coffee shop in the evenings because I'm just working. But normally I do, and I really enjoy it. So that's one thing that I'm like, am I going literally the whole month without that? That's like my favorite thing ever. Especially holidays, they make their own syrups at that coffee shop. I know that's sugar. Fuck me, god damn it. But they make their own like pumpkin pie spice like lattes, but they make it with like pumpkin puree and maple and like whatever, nutmeg and all this stuff. And they make it themselves. And so it's not like the trash in the bottle, of course I'm like over here trying to justify it, but I don't know. That's something I'm considering that I'm not sure yet. I wonder, to be addicted to nothing would be unrealistic. Addiction is part of nature. We need to know our limit. Yeah. The US is too uptight. Yeah. The US it has so many issues. Do you think addiction's part of nature? I don't know. I like, there's a part of me that wants to agree and be like, yeah, see, it is. Cause I'm like tend toward extremes in life. So I would say I always used to say I have an addictive personality. Now I do not say that because I'm like, I don't say that. Don't like identify with it. Like, I'm an addict. I'm like, no, I'm not. But okay. I gotta get you guys. I'm like determined to actually like do this. Sorry, coconut oil all over the place. Okay. And I have to melt this. I'm supposed to melt this, but this is metal. I can't put this in the microwave, which means I have to put this in something else. Good God. For anyone who has just joined and you're like, what is she doing and what is she making? I'm making a pumpkin pie that is, hold on, I have to get a little thing. This little thing for the coconut, that is gluten-free and dairy-free. And by the way, if anyone's like, well, that's gonna have sugar in it, you're right. It is. You guys don't judge me if I lick things, because I like to, and I'm gonna be the only one eating this shit, and I don't care. So that's that. Anyway, I'm starting this December 1st. And by the way, you know how I said like December detox challenge? I didn't say challenge, by the way. I don't even like the idea of a challenge, so I would never say that. I'm probably gonna, just to be real with you, I'm probably gonna do it until Christmas, not until not all of, sorry, I can't like think and do. I thought I was good at multitasking. I like sort of think I am, but this is very difficult to talk about one thing and be like following a recipe and doing this. Okay, so combine the flour, the coconut oil, and the maple syrup, and cinnamon and salt. Blah 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 blah. Okay. But yeah, I thought I was gonna do it for all of December, but realistically, I just want to have, I know I'm gonna want to like make maybe like a dessert, like something like this, like a Christmassy dessert for myself, like, which I don't even really care about or do much, or like that kind of thing. But for whatever reason, I'm like, what if I want to do that? Like, I want to be able to do it. I just like, yeah, I don't like being limited or like told that I can't do things or whatever. So I'm like, I just don't, the idea of like going, even though when I was fruitarian and always being vegan and fruitarian, I went many holidays as a full-on fruitarian where I did not have any type of Christmassy dessert. I literally just ate persimmons, like 6 persimmons for my Christmas like dinner or whatever, you know? But I don't know, for the last like couple years, I've really gotten into like, no, I'm going to like make myself something that I can have that my gut will tolerate. And I want to. So here, sugar. Is this like funny that I just like kind of drooled a little bit as we're talking about doing a dopamine detox? I'm just like maple syrup in my mouth. I fucking love it so much. Okay. Anyway, half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of salt. Okay. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch. Ding. You guys tell me in the chat. I literally just, there was a drop of maple syrup on, look at how I do this on the, I'm a fiend. There was a drop of maple syrup on the table, you guys, on the counter. And I went like this to get it. I literally am like, I am like a junkie. It's kind of scary. Let me know in the chat if you think that I should start a cooking channel. I'm not even kidding. Salt, more salt than a pinch, because I also love salt. Did you know that? What should I use to mix this? The spatula, or no, like a whisk? No, a whisk is for like eggs and stuff. Maybe I'll just use a fork. All right, I'm mixing. Hold on, I'm reading your comments, you guys. I foresee sticky finger. Yeah, I know. Not if I lick them good enough. I know, Aid, the thing is about the gut, like I know that everyone's gut problems goes away with carnivore. To me personally, I think it's I don't think it's a long-term health solution. But I know, trust me, believe me, I did carnivore once, only for a few months, but I've gone down, I've listened to all the carnivore people, very much followed them for years and years and years. I know there are people who've been doing it for 20 years plus. I know they're healthy. Kelly Hogan, Zero Carb Life, like fucking Sean Baker, Dr. Chafee, Steak and Butter Gal, whatever, everybody. Like I'm very familiar with all of them. So, yeah, but anyways, this is the consistency. This is supposed to be a crust. You guys should see this. It looks like a crumble. Look at it. How is that supposed to be a crust? Like what? Maybe I should definitely not start a cooking channel. Cooking with Caitlin. Yeah. Oh, you're having your vegan meal. Yay. The junction between, oh, you're talking about leaky gut. Yeah. Just try. Dude, here's the thing about me. I would drink this right now. I'm not kidding. I'm not going to, but I would drink this and I would like it. Like I love sugar. I love it. I would eat, and I have done this in the past. Even when I was fruitarian one time, I ate brown sugar out of the bag, just spoonfuls of it. I just love it. So it's a problem. I don't know if it's a problem though. Is it? Like, I think it's so good for you. Like, as Aid says, sugar's natural, so it's good for you. So is being attacked by a bear. So you're basically telling me that it's not good for me. But I love it. But I love the vibe, and your videos are dope. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Guys, tomorrow you do some stuff. I live in Spain, so different time zone. I was just in Spain. Okay. I was in Barcelona. I was in Barcelona only for 4 days, but it was fabulous. That's where I ended my Europe trip. I was like in mostly Eastern Europe, Central Europe. Sorry, I keep saying Eastern Central because I always call it Eastern. When I was there, my friend, my best friend that lives in Poland, she was like telling me, she's like, we don't really consider ourselves like Eastern Europe in Poland. She's like, some people like it's interchangeable, but a lot of times really like we call it Central Europe, like all the countries I was going to, like Slovenia, Slovakia, Hungary, Czech Republic. She's like, that all of the Central Europe. And I didn't really know that. I was like, oh, she's like, Eastern is like Belarus, Ukraine, Russia. Basically, that's it, technically. But if you look it up, it'll say like both kind of. Okay, so I can't believe, you guys, that this is, by the way, I wish it can use, like, it's just, this is the pie crust. You don't know what happened? It's because it was like, it said melted butter or coconut oil. Here's my baking pan. I had to go to the dollar store to get parchment paper before this live stream, FYI. Wait, when does the cornstarch come into play? Oh, that's in the filling. Okay. By the way, you guys, if this turns off, if you stop hearing me from this microphone, tell me, because I have another one and it's charging. And if this one, I don't know, it says this is. All right, now my hands, you're right. Now my hands are about to get dirty because apparently I need to get in here and like mix this because I don't understand how else this is supposed to form into a pie crust. It's just like dough crumbles. Like what? This is like kind of crazy. I don't understand how this is like what? What? How is it? I mean, it's like sort of like forming, but then if I just go like that, it just crumbles into nothing. All right, I'm just going to start. She says you just press it into the pie pan. So I'm just doing that. Okay. This might not turn out. And by the way, we're obviously not still going to be on the live stream when I'm just pouring this all in here. You guys, I'm not a baker. I'm not like not a baker. I will bake things, but you know, I wouldn't say it's one of my top 5 or 10 skills. Sorry, I'm trying to get all the stuff that's stuck to the bowl. This is like, I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening. And now I want to go back to I need to go back and see your guys' like comments and stuff, but my hands are dirty. Wait. Oh my goodness gracious. This is really something. This isn't really going to have like the right shape because it's like, hold on. I need to see if you guys have said anything because I'm too distracted. Wait. Okay, you're just kind of talking to each other. You eat too much carbs. Such salty? What do you mean? What do you mean such salty? Sugar is essential for your brain. It's best to avoid. Yeah, like, you know what? I would be so interested. I mean, I'm not, I don't really expect Aid to like go look into, because you're living your best life over there, and I'm like very happy for you. But is like there are some Instagram like, you know, accounts and people I follow that are all about like very Ray Peat inspired. If you've heard of like Ray Peat and like Ray Peat diet, and he's like all about orange juice and Coca-Cola and sugar and just using white refined sugar and eating it, and a lot of OJ and lots of, you know, fruits and stuff like that. And yeah, these guys are like, there's an Instagram account called Cows Eat Grass blog. You guys, this looks horrible. This pie crust, this is like the worst thing. I can't. If you guys saw this, the edges and whatever, it's like this. I mean, the only thing I can hope for is that this tastes better than it is looking, that it's going to taste better than it looks. Thank you for applauding me for baking, because like, yeah, this is not going the way that, this isn't going the way I thought it was going to go, to be honest. Oh shit, where's my can opener? There it is. Okay, now for the pumpkin. 1.5 cups of pumpkin, 2 eggs, 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I'm reading. I live close to the South, but you were born in Madrid. Oh, nice. So I only went to Barcelona. I wish look, I'm like seeing if the pumpkin is sweet. What did I say? How much pumpkin? 1.5 cups. All right. So I'm reading. You've heard Eastern Europe is doing well. Yeah. Oh God, you guys. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, Eastern Europe is doing way better than Western Europe in like every way. Safety, cleanliness, and I think and economically, right? Like, which my friend Magda was telling me, because she's in Poland, obviously, and you know, she was like, yeah, like we're having our time, like our, you know, our day in the sun, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Sorry, this is like me trying to think while I'm doing stuff, and I clearly can't. Okay, that. One moment, you guys. But she just said like kind of she's like all countries kind of like you just go through these like cycles where you can't always be on top. One person can't always be on top, and like, you know, she's like, I have no doubts that like, yes, we now are like doing so well, like economically and everything, but she's like, just wait, because like the pendulum always swings back, and it will. And I'm like, yeah, I guess, like, you know, that's fair. 226 plus 111 is 3 37. I'm doing a gram conversion thing, if you're wondering. If you're not wondering, whatever. Okay, what else? Cyclical shifts in economics. Eastern Europe will continue. Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Is like, do you think they'll continue to thrive forever? I don't know enough about economics and that. So I feel now I'm feeling like I'm like shit. Should I be? Did you go through a hermit stage after your awakening? Are you talking to me? Beef Tismo. Are you talking to me? Cows produce mechanized corn and they feed the corn animals. Yeah. I know. Are the egg whites supposed to go into the pie crust? No. No. The eggs are in the filling, apparently. They should be in the pie crust to hold this fucking thing together because clearly it's falling apart into a crumbling mess in this fucking pie dish. But yeah, I don't know. You guys, I'm just following the directions and this is where we're at. Ooh, more maple syrup. My fave. All right, let's should I lick my fingers? Oh no, because that's egg. I was like, if that was a sugary substance, I would lick my fingers, but it wasn't. It was just egg. I'm measuring maple syrup right now. Quarter cup. I'm gonna lick this. Yum. Yum. Oh my God. Okay. Whoops. Okay. All the vegan green ideologues that talk about color, but never about the wild animals. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that argument that about the cow farts and shit. That's not really, I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at what I have to do now. I basically just have to mix everything. Okay. 2 tablespoons of sugar. A third a cup of yogurt. And by the way, for the yogurt, you guys, I got this because I can't do obviously dairy. This I found it's dairy free. It has grass-fed collagen in it and 10 grams of protein. It's coconut yogurt with grass-fed bovine collagen and probiotic cultures, whatever. But I was like, oh, that's a good one. I'll use that one. What am I doing? All right, so we're really getting there. We are really getting there. Like it's all coming together. I feel like I'm very close. A third of a cup of this yogurt. Okay. Is this the third? Yeah. Third cup. I'm going to read more comments in a second, you guys. I just need to measure this shit. Okay. That's going in. Isn't this the cutest little baby spatula, by the way? Look how tiny it is. Whoops. And years back, I made cheesecake. First time I did a good job. Second time, not as good. Of course, I made it better the first time. It does happen that way, doesn't it? Sometimes. Let's hope that's what happens with this pie. Ooh, maple syrup on my computer. Yum. Oh, the sugar. This is just, well, it's like, I got it in the bulk bins at Sprouts. It's like sustainably sourced, whatever, regenerative something sugar. Like I give a shit about that. It was just the only sugar in the bulk section. I mean, it's not that I don't give a shit about that. I just I don't really buy into it. I'm like, whatever. Regenerative something sugar farm. Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, guys. All right, 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. You guys, do you think that my form of dopamine detoxing is cheating though? That's what I want to know. Because I'm not going to follow like every rule without any screens. Eastern Europe is a simple life vibe from my brief experience. Yeah. I know. And I really like it. I really, really like it. It actually made me think, oh, you were talking to me. Did I have a period? A hermit stage? Yes. Are you kidding me? Sorry, not to be like, are you fucking kidding me? But yes. Like, I just think it's like unavoidable. I literally was like, I went through, okay. Have I ever talked about that? I thought I was losing my mind, you guys, like legitimately, actually, like I was like going crazy during my like a lot like awakening stage, whatever you want to call it. It was kind of concerning. Like I like couldn't participate in the world, like with people. It was all, man, it was like, just like once you see like the kind of classic stuff that you hear, but like once you see kind of beyond the veil or whatever, you're like, it's very sorry, it's something in my nose. It's very disorienting, and it's very like, it's like, how do I do this? Like, how do I participate in the world now that I know everything that I know? It's like hard. It's fucking hard. And I remember the guy had like a teacher at the time, I guess you could call him. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I wish this fit in here. It just doesn't. That's only the half. Okay, half. I had this like teacher guy, whatever, like who was kind of guiding me through and telling me, explaining a lot of stuff and opening my eyes to a lot of things and going on in the world and whatever. And yeah, he told me, he was like, you're going through this process very rapidly. And he's like, so just like be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself. Like, just know that it's like a really intense process. And, it's not for the faint of heart. And it is like, man, he was not lying about that. Holy shit. It's just like insane. All right. And you can't go wrong with, now I put cinnamon. This is pumpkin pie spice. So just because it was like nutmeg, ginger, or clove. And I'm like, that's all in here. So we're just going with that. Pinch of sea salt. We always do more than a pinch. And then vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to be ready to mix, you guys. How exciting. Is this a teaspoon? Yep. Okay. Oh my God. How exciting. I think that's it. Yay. Let me throw this shit away. I'm not a big fan of making a mess. I like kind of don't like it. Like, even this is stressing me out a little bit, but I know it's just part of the process, right? Should I be mixing this with a whisk, or can I just hand mix it? It says whisk it together. Whisk, whisk, whisk. And then you just pour it in the thing, and let's see what you guys are talking about. What's the brand of that yogurt? It's called Culina. 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 I found that at Sprouts as well. Oh God. I just got just cornstarch. Just cornstarch. Just relax. Oh my God. See what I mean? I'm like, it's a mess. It's a mess all over my clothes. Should I be using an actual whisk? I don't know. Yeah. What? Yeah, they're pretty well disconnected. Are you talking about vegans? I have friends who are vegan and learned it's best to let them think they won, if you know what I mean. Yes, I wish them good health and prosperity. I think you're doing mean detox is definitely above average. Okay, thank you. I do feel good about that. I think it's going to be good because the sugar thing, I'm going to do like, I still, oh yeah, I was going to tell you guys, I forgot to tell you. My plan is like to eliminate, because I was showing you, sorry, I'm going to get a whisk, but it's like up here. So hold on. I think this is the only whisk I have. It's like so big, but whatever. I'm gonna lick this. I gotta keep telling you guys before I lick things because I want you to think I'm weird. But you'll probably think I'm weird even if I don't tell you, or even if I do. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's good. It tastes like pumpkin pie. I don't even like pumpkin pie, but I don't know why that's good. This whisk is so weird. Anyways. Oh, I was gonna tell you. About sugar. So yeah, I eat a lot of this like packaged kind of like candy shit lately, which that's the other thing. I have a complaint to file about gluten dairy free stuff. There's so much more of it. Why is this all fucked up now? There's so much more of it in Eastern Europe. At every like cafe that you go to, every just normal coffee shop has like gluten-free, dairy-free options of fresh baked pastries and stuff. Here, we have a lot of that stuff, but it's all like pre-packaged. You don't see it at coffee shops and cafes. Like rarely, you have to find like a plant-based whatever place. But here we have a lot that's like store-bought shit, but we don't have a lot of like the fresh stuff. So here I'm buying all this like store-bought whatever candy stuff. So my plan is to not do that, but I'm still going to allow myself maple syrup and honey because I'm actually like terrified at the thought of not having it and only having fruit because the fruit is not sweet enough right now this time of year. I'm like worried about literally the withdrawal symptoms if I don't have the maple syrup. But maybe I should just power through, but I don't know, man. I don't know. My like, look, it's going. Oh, you guys can't even see. I should like move my computer so you can actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Look. Here's my little pie dish. Ding. That sound is. Wait, hold on. I don't know why I did that. Anyways, add a little bit of black pepper. Why? Why would you say that? This doesn't seem like it's enough filling, but I guess it is. Hold on. I gotta scroll up to see all your comments. You know what I did the other day? If you saw my Instagram, you saw I actually got a drink from Starbucks. Now don't come at me because I don't like hardly ever, only if I literally do it. I was walking home from the gym. I've been walking to the gym a lot, but it's like a 45-minute walk. So by the time I walk there and do my workout and then walking back, I literally am like going through sugar withdrawal by that time. And so I like start to feel like I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm like not going to make it home. Like literally, I feel like I'm not going to make it home without passing out. So, anyways, so then I'll stop at, there's a Starbucks in the like Safeway grocery store on my walk home. And I like stopped in there and I'll get a almond milk, decaf almond milk latte with a pump of peppermint. Oh my God, you guys don't judge me. I can't even believe I just admitted that to you. You probably think less of me now. Whatever. But anyway, so I have done that. I think twice in the past like 2 weeks. You guys, this is good. This is gonna be fucking bomb. Look, I'll show you. Okay, it's gonna go in the oven. It's already preheating. The oven is right here. I'll show you. See? Watch. You can watch me put it in the oven. You guys, what kind of live streams do I do? I mean, like, who's doing this? We're talking about dopamine and we're baking we're talking about dopamine detoxing and we're baking pies. Like, Jesus. I don't even know what to tell. I don't even know what to tell you. I don't know what to say. But it's Thanksgiving and that's just what we're doing. I have a stored meme of the debonair guy saying, it says that whenever I begin to believe I'm enlightened, I'm not. Or, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like, exactly. I love AIDS 4 things all the time. Health, family, freedom, and integrity. It's very true. Family can be chosen, FYI, right? Can I turn it into a smoothie instead of a pie? Yeah. I would not do the raw eggs. You could do the egg yolks, but I would not do the egg whites, I guess, in it. But that would be a freaking good smoothie with all that maple syrup. And you could do less maple syrup if you wanted. But yeah, it's just like, dude, and you could like throw a banana in there. It's like pumpkin puree, eggs, maple syrup, sugar. You don't even have to add the extra sugar, and you can do less maple syrup because that was a 1/4 cup of maple syrup in the pie, obviously. Ooh, wait, I gotta set the timer. 45 minutes. I guess I'll set it here since I can't do it on my phone. Hold on, guys. 45. Okay. Okay, it's going. And then the yogurt, and you don't need cornstarch in the smoothie, obviously, but then the spices, the salt, the vanilla, actually, that would be so good. That would be really good. But why would you add black pepper? Maybe you said it already and I didn't get to it yet. You're not weird, you're normal. It's totally fine. Okay. I don't even know what question I asked when I said, do you guys think, oh, you think I'm weird with licking the stuff? Wait, is that what you were talking about, Aid? That I tell you that I'm gonna lick something before I licked it? And you're saying it's normal, like autistic ADHD, attention deficit, autistic deficit hyperactive disorder. Is that what that means? The AUDHD? What does that even stand for? I know we've talked about it before, but then I never really thought about what it actually stands for. If I had to choose, would I go through? Oh, I would definitely personally, I would go for maple syrup because I don't actually like honey that much. I don't know. That's just a me thing. I'll eat it because sugar, but I don't the flavor of like honey, it has this like funk to it to me. It's like funky. And by the way, I'm scraping what's left out here and I'm going like that. This is gonna be bomb. How am I gonna not eat this pie in one sitting? You know what it says in the directions? It says, first of all, it says you have to let it sit for an hour after you take it out. Makes sense. But then it says it's best if you refrigerate it or like let it cool in the fridge or for 4 hours or overnight. I'm like, dude, I want to eat this shit tonight. I'll let it cool. It's not going to be out until 4:15 p.m. my time. I'll let it sit for a little bit, but I am definitely getting into that thing tonight. I didn't even use this bowl. Anyways, that's that. In Europe, they call bread. In America, I don't know what isn't bread. What do you mean? She's weird, but we wouldn't have her any other way. Thank you. She ain't weirder than I am, though. Really? I might be weirder than you. I think if you saw more expressions of me and me in different situations, you would be like, yeah, she's fucking weird. Hate Starbucks. Yeah, I don't love Starbucks. That's the thing. I really don't. But on my walk home, it's not like it's mostly all residential on my walk, but there's one grocery store that has the Starbucks inside. And by the way, I know that because I fully realized and had the conversation with myself. Okay, well, if it's that you need sugar and calories, you're going into a Safeway. That's a grocery store. Go get some fucking bananas. Go get some fruit. But I don't want to. I'm just kind of like, you know what? It's my excuse. It's my excuse to have a peppermint latte. So that's what happened. Yeah, decaf peppermint latte with almond milk. I have almond milk. You can have whatever milk you want. And you just ask them. I don't even order peppermint latte because I don't know. They put so much syrup. I just say, can I have a almond milk latte, decaf? And I ask them to add a shot of decaf because I like it to have a strong coffee flavor. So I always ask them to add an extra shot of decaf. And then I just say, put one pump of peppermint, one pump, boom. It's like not even that much, but it's just like, get it in there. And then it's peppermint goodness. And it's not, so then you're not getting like a peppermint mocha. I don't need all the chocolate syrup in there and stuff. Like their chocolate sauce, I think that they use or whatever, it has dairy in it. So I can't have it anyway. But just like I know the pie does need to be shared. It won't be though. I can assure you, I will eat the entire thing myself. I don't have anyone to share it with. And I am okay with that. Anyone that I know here would be like, what the fuck is this? Like, they don't want it. They just want actual pumpkin pie. But yeah, I was diagnosed ADHD in late life, but everyone is on the spectrum. Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I do think everyone's on the spectrum based on their criteria too. Such cinema. Are you talking about this whole production? I know. This live stream was a concept. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you think that it was. Your smoothies are silly. I don't know who you're talking about, but did you guys know I made a smoothie today with that? One of the supplements that I have to take is a powder, and it's like not that great. I mean, it tastes like a plant-based protein powder, like kind of cardboardy. It's like okay, but I had to put like my coach lady I'm working with, she told me to put a half a cucumber in there and an ounce of arugula in a smoothie, and then some raspberries. Oh, I forgot to put the chia seeds. I was going to put chia seeds in, but I didn't. A teaspoon of coconut oil. By the way, never putting coconut oil in a smoothie again. It was a funky, I did not like how that was. I did not like what that added to the smoothie at all. Weird flavor. No, didn't like it. Because it kind of gives this like rancidy oil. I don't know how to describe it. There's a weird like I don't know what the flavor is when you mix in coconut oils. I also don't like any of the protein bars that are like the collagen protein bars, you know, and the like, because I have gotten a lot of those before that are dairy free, but they have like the animal like collagen protein, but a lot of them have coconut oil in them. Funky, weird taste and aftertaste. So yeah, I didn't like that. And then the smoothie, and then I put oat milk in it only because that's the plant-based milk I have in my house right now, which I don't ever drink. I literally was there for like a month unopened and I had to open it to make this smoothie. The other thing my coach told me is like to try not to do oat milk and to rather do almond milk. I'm going to do anything just because for me, she's like the oat milk is kind of feeding your carb addiction, your like fruit addiction or like sugar, sorry, not fruit. And at least almond milk is not doing that, but whatever. I was diagnosed with ADHD type 3 when I was 10. 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with AUHD, which when I changed my diet, I started understanding my place in the world. Yeah. I know. I feel you. I do feel you on that. It would be interesting to actually do a carnivore. I've thought about doing it so much, just for funsies, just to see what happens. Like to do it hardcore for, but I feel like you have to do it for at least 6 months, but like a year, really, because for just to work out all the kinks and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just not committed enough to do that. Okay, AUDHD is when you were diagnosed with both ADHD and ASD is shortened to AUHD because it's faster. Oh, okay. And ASD is sensory. I forget. Is sensory disorder. Auditory sensory disorder or something. Fuck, I don't know. That pie won't last 4 hours. No, it needs to. I can't. I'm gonna have one piece of pie tonight. I also made, if you guys follow me on Instagram, do you or no? I made this. It's on my stories right now. This invisible apple bread. I made this a couple days ago. Look at it. I never bake this much, by the way, like this. So don't get it twisted. But like, it's a ton of thinly sliced apples, basically. And then you make like a batter with some gluten-free flour and like eggs and I think maple syrup and like whatever, some seasonings and stuff. Anyways, and then you mix the apples in it. It's not a lot of batter though. It's more just like the apples and the batter is just like to hold it together. And then you bake it. It's called invisible. It's supposed to be baked in a bread loaf pan and be like a loaf of bread, but I didn't have a bread loaf, so it's in this. And then it's supposed to be like kind of like a bread, but then bread is invisible because it's mostly all like apples. Anyways, it's actually very good. That I've had I had one piece for my second breakfast. I had my oats, and then literally right after my oats, I was like, oh, I need more. By the way, I had my oats this morning, and I usually put jam on them, but I was out of jam, so I put maple syrup on them. And then I was like, after I finished my oats, you guys, this is how I am. I was like, I need more of this maple syrup. I took my spoon from my breakfast and I poured maple syrup in it. I drank it, poured it again, but then my hand kind of slipped and it went overflowing the spoon onto my plate or in my bowl from my oats, maple syrup. And then I just was like, this. And then I literally was drank it out of my bowl for breakfast this morning. So now you know that about me. And I licked the bowl. I licked it all out of there. And then after that, I went and had a piece of the invisible apple bread. I'm out of control. This is what happens. And I'm unsupervised all the time. It's like dangerous. Like I need a chaperone, like of some sort. AZ is wonderful, but the weather is shit in the summer. Love the fawn statue. Milwaukee. I didn't even know we have a fawn statue. That's funny. I love it here. I love Arizona so much. The whole year except for the summer. And that's why I leave. I do not spend the summers here because it is miserable and it is worse than any winter ever could be, in my opinion. It's brutal because in the winter, you can at least bundle up. There's still like sunshine, even when it's 20 below zero. And like, you can just get out there. And once you start moving and like on a walk, like you can still go outside and spend time outside outdoors and your blood starts pumping and you feel good. Here, you just can't go outside. Like it's miserable. You can only take off so many clothes and like you just don't go outside. You feel like you're getting burnt and it's not the same as humid heat. Like people are like, oh, it's a dry heat. It's better. No, when it's 118, it feels like a hair dryer in your face. Or when you open the oven and it stings, it like burns your face. It stings. It actually stings your skin. You feel like you're getting seared. Like it hurts. It hurts so bad. And I am someone, I spend a lot of time outside. I love being outside. And I can't do it here. I cannot be trapped indoors. Like I hate central air. I don't like having to have the air on all the time, but you have to here. You have to have the air on or you'll die. People die. Literally this summer, I saw it like in the news. A bunch of people were dying in apartments here because their air conditioning broke. And these older people fucking died because the heat was 97 degrees inside their apartments. I mean, like, what? You're not supposed to live. I don't think we're supposed to live here. So, I mean, I love being here in the winter. It's fucking fantastic. It's 76 degrees today. It's beautiful. It's like sunny and gorgeous and all year round, even when it's like winter and the coldest, it will get to like the upper 30s in the middle of the night. Only for like a couple weeks and then it's like in the 40s. So it'll be cold like but still I can wear shorts and then I wear like a jacket, like a fleece kind of North Face jacket for my morning walks. Like I go out and it's cold, it's chilly, but once you start moving, like it's good. And we have over 330 days of sunshine a year here. So it's like it's sunny like pretty much every day and it's great. Feels good. What kind of pie? It's pumpkin, but it's a vegan, it's not vegan. It has eggs, sorry, dairy-free, gluten-free pumpkin. It's going to be bomb. I wish you guys were still going to be on the call with me when I pull it out of the oven, but I think if we go that long, that's insanity. I don't think we should. I think that's scary. We need the website for the pie. Raj, do you need the website for the pie? Oh no, honey, you're asking. You guys, I'm confused. What are these crowns with numbers next to them? And like how you guys are like responding. This is interesting. I don't know what these crowns are with numbers next to them. Anyways, it won't be shared with the laugh at the end. Yeah, it's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the moment the pie went into the oven, such cinema. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you like that cinematography? Getting all the angles. Like I'm just like turning my tripod behind me. Like, wow. I should have done like some zooming action, but I didn't. Because what else should we do? What should we talk about? I love the upper elevations of Arizona. Yes, I know. That's why I love Arizona, because invisible apple bread, I can see it. That's funny. Yeah, invisible because I'm gonna fucking stuff it down my throat. It's gonna be gone. Anyway, the upper, yeah, that's what I love too about Arizona is that like we have like everything here. Because if you want snow, there's Flagstaff. It's 2 hours away, and you have the mountains and snow and skiing and snowboarding, and it's gorgeous. And then you have Sedona and like the red rocks, and that's like unbelievably beautiful. And then you have Payson, which is like more, it's like woodsy, you know, like up north, it's evergreen trees, all of that, forest, and you get a lot of the leaves changing colors. It's kind of like small town, mountain town vibey kind of thing. And then you have Prescott, which is kind of similar. Prescott's like an adorable town with really beautiful fall colors, changing colors, and pretty lakes there, really awesome hikes. And all of those places are an hour and a half to 2 hours away. Then you also have Tucson, which is beautiful and has Mount Lemmon, like amazing. I just love it. I love it here. And then if you want to go to LA, which I never would, gross, but it's like 6 hour drive, 5 to 6 hour drive. San Diego, 5 to 6 hour drive. Mexico to Rocky Point, where it's very popular. People go there all the time. I have never been there, but that's like 4 hours away only south. Caitlin uploaded an Instagram pic of an empty pie dish 4 hours later. Yeah, I'd be like, oops, I forgot, you guys. That maple syrup moves like water. Yeah, it is dangerous. That's why it's look at it. That's why when I was pouring it, look. That's why when I was pouring it in my spoon, it just poured all over the place. But it's good, even though it looks like that. You know what I've learned about maple syrup? What I've just realized? Pure maple syrup actually is this consistency, and that stuff that we're used to that is like honey that like comes slowly squirting out of the bottle and it's super sticky and like viscous. That's fake shit. That's like the Aunt Jemima bullshit. That's actually high fructose corn syrup. That's not maple syrup. Maple syrup is not like that consistency, actually. Anyways, now you know. Only from July to August. Yeah. Are you talking about the awful summers here? Or what are you talking about? Maybe you guys are talking about something else that has nothing to do with me. You need the website for the pie. Yeah. Oh, you do need the website for the pie. Let me drop it. Whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. Fuck me. Oh my God. Guys, my computer is ridiculous. Oh my God, stop. Oh my God, whatever. We'll come back to that later. I'm waiting right now for the window to switch. Okay, here we go. I'm like, Jesus. I visited a friend who moved to Arizona. He lived in Tempe and actually did startups with him at a gram. I sweated nonstop, but I felt cool because the sweat evaporated. Yeah, that's what's so interesting about it, isn't it? you like don't really sweat. It's like you do, but you don't. You're dry all the time. I would like go for trail runs in the summer. One summer I spent here, 2021, and I was trail running then at the time every day. And I would go at like, have to go at like 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. And I'd run for like 10 miles. So I was out there for a while, and I'd like hike and trail run, and I'm gonna drink some of my electrolytes, and I'd be out there for a couple hours. Anyways, it'd be like 8:30 when I'd be done. And I wouldn't be wet from sweat because as I'm running, I'm like sweating, but it's just drying. And it's like 105 degrees already at that time in the morning, even. And like, I wouldn't be sweaty. I was like, this is amazing. I would like start sweating once I got in my car and sat down, because then I'm not moving and I'm not outside. And then all of a sudden I would start sweating. It was like crazy. You quit Vyvanse. What is Vyvanse? Why have I heard of it? And then nicotine. Yeah. You know, I don't know why, but I can't get addicted to nicotine. It's weird. Like I actually, even up until this summer, I would have one American Spirit cigarette in the evening, and I would like, it was like my little ritual, but I like didn't even really like it. And I would have to chew gum with it because I hate the way that it tastes. I would have an American Spirit. Did I say that? And I would have the menthol light American Spirit because I liked the mintiness, but I still would have to chew minty gum because I hated the taste of it. But I just liked the ritual and like sitting, and the first drag would be like, but then afterwards I'm like, oh, this thing's disgusting. I like have to finish it. And anyways, I stopped doing that this summer, like just randomly, like not even really intentionally, but I was like staying with my clients and I didn't really want to smoke at their house. So I was like, I guess I'm just not going to have my nightly cigarette. And oftentimes I would forget to even have it. Like, I don't know why I cannot get addicted to nicotine. Like, I literally would forget so many times and be like, oh shit, I haven't had my cigarette yet. And I'd like be like, okay, I got to put my jacket on and go outside and have it. I would like make myself have it because it was part of my routine, even though I didn't even really like it. I'm trying to paste the link there it is for the recipe. Whatever. There it is. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know why I can't get addicted to nicotine. When I go to Sedona, I just lay flat on my back on top of the airport vortex. Nice. That's a good spot. The only dopamine device remaining is the one that is easily within reach. I don't know what that means. Been to Prescott and Tucson for the Whiskey Row and Mount Lemmon marathons. Nice. Oh, wow. Oh, you're a marathoner. Nice. What's next after Arizona? No, nothing. This is my home base. This is where I live. This is where I have lived for 8 years now. And I love it. And I don't have any intention of leaving, but I also don't have any intention of spending the summer here. That's the thing. So it's like, I'm always going to be a snowbird. I'm always going to be spending the summers. I usually go back to Wisconsin at least for a good chunk of it and visit my I just like to see my nephews really and my sister. But yeah, and then I do like, I have clients that I visit and that have homes because they're snowbirds too, so they're not here in the summer. So visit them, and I'm probably going to go to Europe again next summer because I want to go to a bunch of other places that I didn't get to go to. I was there for a month this summer. It wasn't enough. But yeah, Arizona, I think I'll always spend at least a huge chunk of the year here. And while I have my massage clients and I'm like doing massage as like my kind of full-time thing, like I love it and I love my clients, and yeah, I love life here is good. I love it. Love it very much. Interesting. Watched a native Indian pray at a medicine wheel for hours. That's very interesting. You said you were sad in your video views. Have they improved at all? Like the last video I posted yesterday or the day before or whatever, it got more views. I think it has gone like, almost 2,000 or whatever, something like that. But it still is like very low for me, and what 2,000 isn't low, but I just think that if that video, I think if I would have posted that video 8 months ago, I think it would have maybe like have gone viral. I don't know, but I just like think that it would have. And my videos were just always getting like at least a couple thousand views. That was like pretty standard. And then all of a sudden it just like dropped off to like a couple hundred. And I was like, what? And I literally thought it was, I don't know. I feel like the algorithm changed and I stopped posting videos for a long time. And I'm like, maybe you do get punished for like not being consistent. I don't know. But it's getting better now. And like, I'm just gonna keep focusing on being consistent and putting out videos. But I am gonna put out videos every day for the month of December. That's the intention. I don't want to say like I hope I do it because there's a part of me that's like afraid of committing to it because what if I don't do it? But I also don't want to not commit because then I'm giving myself an out. So I just want to say like I am doing it. That I am gonna do it, you know. Aunt Jemima was the homie growing up. Yeah, 100%. Maple is fine. Ganja is better. Interesting. I always find your videos entertaining and thought-provoking. So people, thank you. Thank you so much. I will keep up whatever it is that I'm doing. When I was 12 years of age, I spent 2 hours looking for a cricket ball that was in my room. Are you serious? You are in Arizona. Did you just say? Yes. I'm in Phoenix. Well, technically I'm in Gilbert, but I'm in Phoenix. Yes, she is for 8 years. Yep. Yes, sir. Came from Wisconsin. And life here is good too. Albany, Western Australia, and used to be one of Australia's best kept secrets. I live in one of the fastest growing suburbs. Bayonet Head. Interesting. I've never heard of that. Wow. Yeah, one of the fastest growing. You know, I feel like where I live is one of the faster growing suburbs here too. It's like never thought I would like living in a suburb and say that, but man, the older you get, it's so nice. It's just so peaceful. It's so like I love my neighbors. It's so safe and quiet and lovely, and it's just wonderful. You guys have the best beaches? Okay, well, we don't have any beaches, so that's that. I have 400 subscribers. How can I get rid of them? I don't want any. Give them to me. I'll take them. I will take them. Just send them my way. The algorithm probably rewards consistency, but also that consistency sounds brutal. Yeah. It can be. I don't know. It's not hard to do a video a week. I got very lazy. Like I did. I wasn't lazy. I just I was hanging out with my family and my nephews. And I didn't have anywhere to film in Wisconsin really. Like, you know, I had a couple, I filmed, you guys will see, obviously, I saw probably like videos where I was in different places. So one was at a client's house, both were at different clients' houses that I was staying at. And so, but then when I was like in Wisconsin with my family, I didn't like have anywhere I could have filmed, I guess, like at my mom's place, but I don't know. She was either there or I wasn't there hanging out because whenever my mom wasn't home, like I was out like over at my sister's house playing with my nephews and stuff. So I don't know. I just didn't prioritize like doing videos. So that was my bad. And then when I was in Europe, I thought maybe I actually brought these little microphones because I thought, oh, maybe I'll do some videos, you know, whatever. But I didn't. I didn't film a single thing. So that's that. You guys, can you believe that we've been on here for almost 2 hours? At this rate, you are going to be with me when this fucking pie comes out of the oven. I have to pee so bad though, but I'm not going to. There's bushland and farms adjacent to Bayonet Head, but no one goes into the bush. Yeah. Ticks and tiger snakes. But I love the bush. Barefoot and tiger snake country is a great. Oh, yeah. You know, it's kind of like similar. I don't want to say it's similar to here, but like we have our diamondback rattlesnakes. And like I know people that will like sleep in the desert like without tents, like, you know, just whatever they call that, cowboy camping. And there's like rattlesnakes and scorpions here. I'm like, what are you doing? But they don't bother them, I guess. They don't like bother you. And I do. I think it has a lot to do with your energy, but yeah, I'm not sure. But that is a very powerful practice of presence. You could just do a video of you eating breakfast every day with firewood burning sounds in the background and call it the daily. Dude, that's so good. You know what? My YouTube coach, I would get punished for that. Not punished, but he would be like, "What are we doing, Caitlin? Like, who are we talking to? Who's your audience? Blah blah." Not blah blah. I love him, and he's like helping me a ton. But you would be like, "Is that the direction we're going in? We're now an ASMR channel. Is that what you want to do? Like, if that's what you want to do it." But then he's like, "But then we're doing 110 videos of ASMR. If that's what you're gonna do." No, I thought I would do talking about like the dopamine detox process and everything, but I kind of feel like every day is a bit much for that. I don't think there's going to be that much to say about it every day. So I was hoping that I would talk about different topics, like literally do videos the way that I do them now, or they're all like their own standalone kind of video topic things. But that also might get really hard to do 30 of those, like for the whole month of December. Or at least maybe I'll do like every day up until Christmas. Cause I was like, I used to like when I was younger, while people do Vlogmas, a vlog every day of December, like until Christmas. I'm not a vlog person though, but I like the idea of doing a video every day. It's just like a lot to do, but I could do it. I already have 2 filmed that I filmed the other day that need to be edited and go out. So I think those will be I'll start on December 1st. That'll be my first and second one. And I just need to, okay, I'm live again. It got cut off. It needs to be, what was I going to say? See, I feel like I need sugar. This is why my brain isn't working. This isn't even sugar. Fucking sweetened with stevia, which also gives me gas, by the way. Horrible. But what was I going to say? Oh, about the vlogging. I just like the idea of doing the video every day, blah, blah. Oh, I was going to say about batching. I need to like batch. I need to not think I'm going to film every day and edit every day. By the way, just so that you guys know, I'm going to probably use this microphone for those videos only because it will make my editing process so much easier. And I need all the help I can get. If I'm going to be doing a video every day, like it doesn't take me that long, but I do have to line up. The sound is a different file if I use my other microphone to my video. And then I have to sit there and line up the audio. And it just takes like, it doesn't take that long, but it's like, it could be 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. But like, I don't want to have to do that every time. So if I use this is connected directly to my phone. So what's filming, once I stop the video, the video file already has this audio on it. So I don't have to fuck with it. So that's going to be easier. So I'm going to do that. But yeah, I just need to like batch if I have a day, because obviously I'm going to be working too, seeing clients. But if I have a day where I have time, and then I can just knock out a few videos all at once, and then I should be good. I just always like to have some in the kind of camera roll that have already been done. I like to always know that I have some videos that I haven't edited yet that are ready to be edited. When I don't have any, I'm like, I need to get the show on the road. I like your channel, Caitlin. You are down to earth for a spiritual person on YouTube. And thank you. You know what? That's so nice. I really appreciate that. I do. Thank you very much. Yeah, I try to be. I mean, I don't actually try to be. This is just how I'm not actually trying to be anything. This is just who I am. But I do agree with you because I struggle to find down to earth spiritual people. And I've just been around so many of them. And I always, because I'm interested in a lot of the same things, right? And like learning the same things and practices. And going to workshops and doing retreats. So I'm always like around all of them, but I never can connect with them because I'm like, these people are not, they're just like not my people. It's like they are, I thought they would be, but they're not, you know? So anyways, you'll hit 100K sometime, then onto a million. I know. I'm so excited for when that's going to happen. There's a part of me that was like, I'm going to hit 100K in my first year. But then, of course, I slacked off and didn't do a lot of videos. So that didn't happen. And I stayed very stagnant for a while. But I will. I have some friends, some people I've told about my channel that are not people from like my life, my family and friends type of people, but like people like a coach I worked with and like my human design coach actually. And then some other girls I met once at a retreat with her, and they were like, dude, you are going to have millions of subscribers eventually. So I was like, cool, thanks. Hey, Lone Patriot, have a great holiday, Kate. Yes, thank you. And you too. You're gonna go play in the snow. I'm kind of jealous that you have snow, actually. See, I love the winters here, and I do, don't get me wrong. But there's a part of me that misses like real seasons like changing and snow. Yeah, because I just like it. I grew up in the Midwest. Like I'm used to it. I wanted to never have it again when I left there. And then, but then when you're gone for long enough, then you're like, wait, like it's kind of nice. Like I miss it. Can you tell, Aid? Did you see what I just did? I just went, because I read your question, can you smell the pie yet? I was like, no, I can't. And it only has 9 more minutes left. I wonder. Can't smell it though. If you end your videos with smashing a fake computer, then just going black, it'll probably start going viral again soon. There must be different ways to gain control of the algorithm. Yeah. No, I think there are other ways too. There are things I could do. Like even honestly, the video that I just posted, like I knew that was going to get more views than at least the ones before that had gotten, because I knew from experience from my video where I talked about touch, and that went viral, which I was not expecting. I like had no expectation, but then that started getting me to look at things differently. I was like, oh, okay, I see what people click on now. So did you notice I used the same picture, the same thumbnail picture as the touch video for this one, and it said something similar, whereas like the first touch video said like, you're not getting touched enough. And everyone clicked on that. This one said a warm body would fix this. And people just click on that kind of stuff because like I feel like everybody's fucking lonely and they just want a warm body, or more than a warm body. I want more. I don't want yes, I want a warm body, but I want more than that. I want connection and all sorts of emotional connection and intimacy and stuff. But a lot of people, like whatever, people are struggling out there. So I kind of knew that it would get more than just 300 views, you know, and it is like doing better. It's not actually doing, I thought it would get even more than that, to be honest, but you know, it's doing what it's doing. It's fine. Yeah, you get it. Me too, darling. You get it. I pick so-called rubbish from the side of the road, from the bush. That is in the blessing. Oh, that's awesome. Animism can save the world. What is animism? I've heard of it. I've heard that word, and I'm like, I don't actually know what it is, though. Look for the 9s. Hell yes, a warm body and all of that, naturally. Yes. 3 or 4 seconds of a person's hand on your shoulder can be magical. Yeah, it is, right? It's just like, although for some people, it actually makes them go like, whoa. They're like, oh my God, don't touch me. You guys, should we look at the pie? We're going to do some more cinematography. Let's look at the pie. Turning my tripod. Okay. I can smell it. Now that I'm close, I can smell it. Okay, there's with the light, but obviously we're gonna. No, should we not open the door when it's baking? I don't know. Here. That crust looks like absolute shit, but the pie smells very good. It actually smells really good, you guys. Is this how I had it? Now I'm reading the comments on here. This setup is like that of a horror. Why did my put a candle up to the phone and give yourself a quick bathroom break? Put a candle up to the phone. What do you mean put a candle up to the phone? Do you guys want to see something? I don't know why. I just was gonna walk around the kitchen with this. I'm not going to. But this is look at this. This is my red light that I turn on at night in the kitchen. And I don't have any other lights on then. It's one of those chicken coop like warming lights. You see? And that's and it actually is awesome because I don't know why I'm all of a sudden now I want to get close and talk to you guys like right here. But it's actually nice because it does provide like warmth. Which I just go up and stand by it because it does. Like I know I'm in Arizona, but it does get cold, and I just like go by my little warming lamp, and I'm like, oh, it's so nice. And I have another one that's actually in my storage unit right now, but I used to have it on my bed, and it was like my light that I would use for like reading at night or whatever. And then it would also like keep me warm in my bed. But sometimes it would actually get too hot because it's like right above my head. I'm like, holy fucking shit. But yeah. Should I go pee quick? I'm gonna go pee quick. It's gonna take me not long at all. The pie has 4 minutes. This is gonna take me. I think it's gonna take me less than 30 seconds to pee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, could you guys hear me peeing? This might be just like the craziest fucking live stream ever. Because you heard the flush. Because then I just realized that I have this microphone on, and I was like in there peeing with the fucking microphone on. Jesus Christ. Don't wake the pie up. It's entering its final form. That's funny. Just don't wake the pie up. Oh, I like that. For ambiance. Oh, okay. Sorry, I should have done it. You're right. I turned the red light on for ambiance. I have a grow light too. Red light for night is a smart touch. Yeah, it's very nice. Don't want those harsh overhead lights fucking with your hormones and your melatonin and cortisol and all that shit at night. By not, I meant we heard it all. Oh god. That's wonderful. The hour and a half joke. It's not instant gratification. We do live in America. Rolling blow. Sorry, I'm probably the funniest person you'll ever know. And it ain't just my face. You are funny. Gosh, there's still 2.5 minutes left. Although I did start the timer late. Remember, I was like, oh shit, I didn't set the timer yet. But I don't think I did it 2 minutes late. I do feel I'm glad. You know what, you guys? I'm glad that we stayed on until this pie was done because I feel like I just almost feel like it's not fair to. I'm gonna blow this candle out because it's getting really low and I actually don't want it to be done forever. So I'm gonna. But yeah, I feel like it's only right thing to do for you guys to see the final product. But usually on cooking shows, they like already have the final product, baked and ready. And then they're like, ta-da, like they put it in the oven and then, it's already ready. And that's what I should have done, is had one ready to show you, but I wasn't prepared. Now I'm smoke. Smash the pie. No, could never smash the pie. Yeah, exactly. Here's one I prepared earlier. All right, it's a minute left. I feel like you guys. I guess it's ready. This crust doesn't even look like it got cooked. Oh my God. Whatever. Look at it. Whoa. See, look at that crumb. Sorry, that was that's the crumble of the crust. This crust is just gonna like fall apart. Look at it. Like, do you see the edges of it? It's just like crumbly. It didn't even like get brown. Like, what? Why didn't it get brown? Well, I also like, all right. Whoa, this thing wants some beeping at me. All right, chill the fuck out. Anyway. All right. I mean, I think what's your problem? Why is this thing beeping? Oh, it was the timer. It was the timer going off. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Anyway, all right. I can tell you this. The crust, look at the crust. Do you see the edges? How I just like, it just didn't form a good crust. And that, I guess I did something wrong. I think I should have put more oil. Like, I don't actually know. It smells pretty good though. But it's gonna taste good. That's the thing and that's what matters. Is that it's gonna taste good. I just have to let you guys know how it tastes when I eat it in 4 hours. I'm actually gonna eat it in like 3 hours. I don't know how long I'm gonna eat it or when I'm gonna eat it. I know. I feel like I wish you could have a slice too. It is pretty. I can't believe we just baked a pie. How crazy. Am I going to add whipped cream? No. The pie is the center of the live stream. Yeah. I'm not going to add whipped cream only because I don't do dairy. And I know they make non-dairy whipped creams, but I didn't buy any. And I actually, because I never liked whipped cream as a kid. I've never liked whipped cream. So to me, I'm not like, oh, I need to get a substitute for whipped cream because I just don't like it. But now that I'm thinking about it, it actually would be good, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll buy some cocoa whip. Maybe in these 4 hours that I have to wait, I'll go to the store. Although I think the store's closed. I think they were going to close at 4. I don't know. And get some cocoa whip. They're probably sold out of it too by now. Anyways, not hot enough to brown. Yeah, I don't know. It said to bake it at 350 for 45 minutes. And that's what I did. So it's kind of weird. And this crust, it literally just crumbles and falls apart. So by the way, I gave you guys that recipe. Like, maybe don't make this or make, you know what though? I will say one thing. I didn't follow the recipe. Here's one thing I should say. First of all, she says you can use melted butter or coconut oil. I used coconut oil. Maybe butter would have been better. The other thing is, it actually calls for a cup of almond flour and 3/4 a cup of gluten-free oat flour for the crust. I didn't have almond flour and I don't like baking with it. So I just used, instead of doing a cup of this and 3/4 a cup of that, I just did 1 3/4 a cup of this gluten-free all-purpose baking flour, Bob's Red Mill. So maybe that was my mistake because this is not made with almonds. I don't know. So maybe if you followed her recipe exactly, it actually would have turned out. I don't know. Hold on. I'm waiting. I clicked on the tab, you guys, for the YouTube live stream so I can see your comments. And now I'm waiting for my piece of shit computer to actually open that tab. Literally, we're just sitting here. Look at. Do you know when I clicked it? I clicked it. It's been like 30 seconds. Oh, now it's up. Here we go. Fucking Christ. Don't forget to turn off the oven. I did. I turned it off. Thank you. Is there a smiley face? There kind of is. It was just like dollops of pumpkin. Baking is wonderful just for the aromas, huh? Yeah, it really is. It's amazing. Cooking with Caitlin. Yep, got to do the whipped cream. Yeah, maybe I need to go buy some cocoa whip. You'll have some leftovers for tomorrow to do that with too. That is very true. You could brown the crust with maple syrup. What do you mean? Just pour maple syrup on it? Is that what you mean? You know I would. You have to drive 100 miles to get to your nearest shop? Dang, you're living the life. See, you're living the life. That's going to be me one day. Just getting away from it all. So it crumbles, but it's not called crumble. Hobbits is Trixie? What does that mean? But yeah, no, it's not supposed to crumble. It's supposed to be a pie crust. I mean, cutting into this is going to be a disaster. Like I can already tell. It's just going to fall apart. Maybe it won't because the pumpkin part will keep it intact, but this crust part on the edges is just going to like, yeah, it's going to be still, like I said, it will taste good though. Piece of shit computer. It is. This thing is ridiculous, you guys, how slow it is. It's like, I don't even feel like I'm doing that much on it. It's so slow. I had a guy try to help me at some coffee shop in Poland, actually. He overheard me complaining about it to my friend Magda, and then he came over and he was American and he overheard me. He's like, "Hey, where are you from?" And he's like, "I heard you. Is there like want me to help you troubleshoot?" And he looked and he's like, "You don't have like a lot of stuff on like you have tons of memory still. Like there's no reason why your computer should be this slow." Like he didn't really know what the fuck was going on. So unless you want your computer to turn into a piece of shit. Oh, see, I don't know Lord of the Rings. I mean, I know it enough to know that Gollum is from that, but or the Hobbit. See, I don't know. I don't even know the difference between the two. I don't know. I never saw those things. It's nice to see you get a bit of tech rage. Oh, dude, you have never seen me. My tech rage. There's actually nothing in this world. No, there's one other thing, and I'm not going to say what it is. That gets me more enraged than technology. I lose my mind when stuff is not working on my computer. Like, I get so mad. I don't get mad. Like, I won't start like smashing stuff or whatever, but I like it physically. What it feels like inside of me is like the worst feeling ever. Cause it's just like, I'm so angry right now and I need this to be fixed and I don't know what to do and I don't know how to do it. Like I hate feeling helpless like that and like I'm out of control and I can't fix the problem and I don't know how to fix it and there's no way for me to figure it out and I try to troubleshoot and I can't find the answer. I fucking lose it. I mean, you wouldn't maybe looking at me know that I'm losing it, but I'm in my mind I'm like I'm losing it. You haven't seen them either? Yeah, I haven't seen them. And I also haven't seen like Harry Potter. I was like, what's the other one? Harry Potter. I have never seen or read any of that stuff either. But there's no such thing as trash. There's only matter out of place, like a plant out of place is a weed. That's a very good perspective. I like that. Impromptu movie night. This, I know. By the way, like we just literally we were together for the length of a feature film 2 hours and 14 minutes, you guys. So yeah. Trick to cool your pie faster, place on cool concrete. That's a good idea. I have cool stone out on my patio. But this is quite cool. These marble, I don't think this is real marble, these countertops. Yeah, they're not real marble. But I don't even have it on there. I have it on this oven mitt thing. I don't want to touch it. The glass is very hot. But anyway, this candle smells so good. It's not even burning still, and it smells so good. You guys, it smells good, but I'm not going to lie. It doesn't smell that strong. I'm going to be very curious about how this actually tastes. Because I don't know. Concrete or stone will wick the heat away faster. Yeah. I know, but what am I supposed to do? Put it outside and let the bugs get it? Or the animals? We got critters here. Don't really have many critters, but we have birds. The birds will come and eat this if I put it outside. I'm going to have to look into animism more. Yeah, a passionate discontent. Exactly. Yeah, you probably can imagine it, right? Like, I don't think it's that hard to imagine me losing my shit about something. Because I do it sometimes on my videos, don't I? You feed local birds. That's nice. All right, you guys. Well, I feel like I'm gonna wrap up this whole situation now, mostly because Raj has me thinking that I need to go to the grocery store to get whipped cream. Just get a spoon and take a scoop. No. Are you talking to me? See these numbers. I'm like, who are you talking to? You guys, should I try just like a little bit off the top of that like dollop? Or is that like blasphemy? That whipped cream is gonna be so good with it. I know. I feel like that would be so bad to like try this when it's not even cooled. Or should I? You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna try it. But let me get a proper, I'll use this fork. All right, you guys, here we go. I'm gonna, because there's this little kind of dollopy situation that I plopped on at the end, and it's like on the top. Get spoon, scoop pie, stick it in mouth if cold up. Thank you, Burton. Thank you guys for spending Thanksgiving with me. By the way, I actually wanted to say thank you guys, because I actually have to say this because it is Thanksgiving and I am so grateful for this channel and I'm so grateful for you guys. Like I don't think that you understand. Like I try to communicate it in like just the comments and emails and stuff, but I'm like really, really so grateful for this channel and for you guys, like for everything that it has brought me, just like connecting, this type of connection, even though like it's not human touch connection, whatever, like it has done so much for me. It has done so much for me mentally and emotionally. Like I feel like, you know, we talk a lot about finding our tribe, and people ask me and I'm like, I don't even know that I'm the best person to answer, because honestly, in real life, I don't have that many people that I like connect with. Meeting you guys here and connecting with you and finding, like, basically realizing that there are actually a lot of people like me and a lot of people that like think the same way, and we don't have to think the same way about everything and exactly the same, but just like people who I feel like get me and people who I get, and we're just like on the same wavelength in a lot of ways. And I just like, and people who like appreciate me and see value that I always like thought I had or knew I had, but it was never acknowledged by other people in my life. I just have to tell you, like, it means so much to me. It's like the best, it's the best thing ever. This channel is the best thing ever for me. I love it. That's why I'm like, that's why I feel a part of me I felt very sad not being on YouTube like all summer. And I was like, it's not even that I feel bad, like I owe something to my subscribers or anything about my channel being successful. It's like, I miss it. I miss my channel. I miss doing it. I miss doing the videos because then that's how I often am communicating with people. So I just want to say thank you because you guys are the best. Like, you're so awesome. And it's so fun. The lives are so fun. I can't believe I've only done 3. They're so very fun. Thank you, Raj. Thank you so much. Okay, time to eat a piece of pie. And I'm actually going to get that crumb of crust. Oh, look. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Here's the scoop of pie. Let me get a crumble of crust. What a shit show. All right. I'm coming up close, you guys. I don't know how hot this is. Look. The video quality is like not, it's not the best. Okay, I know. Wait. Oh yeah, it's not too hot. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's very good. The crust was actually kind of, it tastes like cookie. It was like a cookie consistency. Like I like bite it and it was like a hard, like crumbly cookie. Not hard in a bad way, but like a crumbly cookie. That was good. It's very good. I could easily eat this entire pie tonight, but I won't. But I'm just saying I could. I love what you said, user UJ whatever, about your tire story. That's so cute. That's adorable. You received a blessing from a tire. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Ivan, Mike. Thank you so much. But yes, it does need the whipped cream. I'm about to go to the store and hook it up. By the way, I suck at live chats. Maybe it's because I'm using a mobile device, or I think there could be better second, perhaps third live stream I've ever watched. Or I think this could be the second, perhaps third live stream I've ever watched. I don't know. I think you're doing a great job. All right, you guys. That's it. How long have we been on this? 2 hours and 22 minutes. Okay, let's end it. 2 hours and 22 minutes. Would have been 22 seconds. But anyways, you guys are the best. I love you. I actually mean that. And I'm so grateful for you. Happy Thanksgiving. Ciao. I don't know how to end this. I'm just going to X out of it.